Today's an important day, an important fight for democracy, our democracy. I spent my career walking into court as a prosecutor, fighting for victims. Today I went into court as a plaintiff, fighting for democracy itself. As I've said from the beginning, there is so much more at stake than my job. This is about making sure that our elections have meaning, making sure that no one, not even the governor, can overturn an election, can silence the vote, the voice of the people, or steal their vote. We look forward to a trial on the merits. We look forward to, as the judge said, the governor having the opportunity to come in here and to justify what he did. We're thankful for the opportunity that the court gave us today, and we look forward to the trial, or we can win this case and put me back in office to continue doing the work that I was elected twice to do.
Yeah, I'll take just a couple questions. Mr. Warren, by calling you out, go ahead, if you can just say your name and your organization.
Masa Saidi, WFLA. Mr. Warren, the judge really did seem to be on your side if we're going to read into all the questions that he was asking. He peppered the state with questions for 46 minutes. But he did have an issue, it seemed, with that abortion statement that you signed. He stated that it sounded like you were signing a statement that said you would not prosecute abortion-related crimes. Can you set the record straight for us? Would you enforce Florida's 15-week ban on abortions, yes or no?
Look, I'm not going to get into the facts and speculate about what the judge's intentions were with the questions that he asked. My counsel can answer any questions about the nuance of what the judge indicated his ruling would be. We're waiting to see what the written order is. I think the factual record is pretty clear about, we review the facts of every single case based on the facts of the case and based on the law. That's what we've done for the 6 years I've been in office. That's what we'll continue to do as long as I'm state attorney. Hi, Dara.
If it's okay, Jay Cabu, I'm happy to speak to that. So we agree that there was some discussion about protected speech versus non-protected speech. But one thing that we definitely shouldn't allow to be lost in the judge's comments today, where the judge made very clear that Mr. Warren is not Mr. DeSantis' employee. He was clear on that. He said it several times. Your question is about whether or not there are categories of speech that employees, for example, the fire dispatcher in one of the cases we talked about today, or the deputy district attorney in the California case that we spent time talking about, Garcetti, whether employees have certain circumscribed rights by virtue of their being public employees to speak out. And that was our discussion about capacity. Was it in his individual capacity versus official capacity? What the judge made clear today, among other things, was that is not our question. Mr. Warren is an elected official, and his speech is entitled to the protections of the First Amendment, and that was quite clear.
With the Florida Channel, how surprising is it for you to hear the judge's rationale or interest in maintaining continuity in the office?
Look, the judge was very clear. He wants to get this right once and for all. So we look forward to a trial where the governor can come in and explain his decision and explain to the court why he thinks what he did was in compliance with federal law and state law.
Sorry, fourth on it with scripts. Obviously, you've got some time now. It sounds like the legal teams are going to try and figure out what's next, or what is next for your legal team. What are you going to do in this interim as you prepare for trial?
I'm going to go home and say hi to my wife. Then I think we're going to wait for the written ruling to come out to look at it, to decide what the next steps are. And the judge talked about coming forward with an expedited scheduling order, setting a trial date, all the things that go into setting a trial, but for the moment, we look forward to getting back to Tampa.
I guess if I could just add to Andrew's statement on that, we suggested to the court that we try the case October 24th, and we will be ready to try the case on that schedule. just as the court made clear to your question, sir, that it was interested in sort of having a resolution once and for all. It's important that that resolution be consonant with the law, and we're looking forward to a trial where we can show what that resolution is.
A couple more questions, Gloria.
Gloria Gomez with Fox 13. What would a trial consist of? Would there be witnesses? Would the governor have to testify? Would the sheriff have to testify? Give us a sense.
I can certainly give you a sense. Obviously, as you heard today, neither side was ready to say exactly what the trial would look like. But yes, there will be witnesses. It would be hard to imagine the governor not testifying. I think the judge was pretty clear that he felt what the governor had to say was quite relevant, and the judge you all heard made reference to the press events and other media events that the governor's had where he discussed this. But the judge, clearly and rightfully so, is interested in what the governor would say in a judicial forum, and the trial will be that opportunity, and we're looking forward to that trial very much.
Can I just ask the follow-up? The judge also brought up possible political motivations. He brought up those examples. What are your thoughts on that?
I think just like the judge wasn't going to speculate on what the motivations are, I'm not going to do that either. We're going to follow the evidence where it leads, and when that happens, we look forward to the judge ruling in our favor.
Eric with Political here in Florida. Just historically, even with the former ban on abortion, how often did your office actually see cases involving where you were called on to investigate a violation of the abortion law previously?
Yeah, the record's clear on that. There's never been a single case brought to my office during the time I'm there concerning an abortion law.
All right, guys, thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Have this trial before.
I can hang on for a second and answer.
Let Gracie take a couple questions about background.
Yeah, I can hang on and answer like technical questions.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.